Did you know that there's a way to make your own fast travel points, a way to locate shrines easily, and a way to track any item that you want in the game? You can do all of this by completing a relatively short quest chain, and it doesn't take too long to complete. We were able to do it in just 10 minutes because we had already completed some of the requirements for the quest, so we're going to give you guys the heads up on that too. What we're going to show you how to do in this video is upgrade your Purah pad so that you can get the additional features on it. And if that sounds good to you, then make sure to hit a like down below, and if you encounter any interesting quests with great rewards, then tell us in the comments so we can all learn together as a community. But what are these features that we're going to be unlocking? The first will be getting the Sensor Plus, the next will be the Hero Path mode, and then 3 travel medallions. The Sensor Plus is actually really cool. The base version allows you to locate nearby shrines as it will ping when you get close to one, but the Sensor Plus version gives you the ability to track objects from within the game that you have in your Hyrule compendium, such as food items, enemies, and more. The Hero's Path is an interesting feature that returns from Breath of the Wild. It will display your journey through Hyrule via the map, so you can see places you visited, where you teleported to, and where you died. And then we have the Travel Medallion feature, which is probably the most useful and is definitely a must-have. It allows you to create your very own fast travel points at locations you choose. All you have to do is place the medallion on the floor in the location, and you will be able to fast travel to it much like a shrine or Skyview Tower. These are all super useful abilities to enhance your playthrough and make your experience in the game even better, so you will want to get these. To start this quest, you will want to get the auto build ability. You can get this by visiting the Grand Abandoned Mine in the underground, which you can easily find by following the statues that point in the direction of the mine, after entering from the Hyrule Field Chasm. After you have your auto build, you want to go back and visit Lookout Landing and talk to Josha. She will then remark about how you got the auto build and want you to test it out by building a hot air balloon inside of Lookout Landing. So fix it up and then continue the conversation. Robbie will then step in and talk about how he has a lab in the village of Hateno, and how he wants you to come and visit his lab for some tasty upgrades to your Purah pad. So the next step is to visit Hateno village on the southeast side of the map and is closest to the Skyview Tower, Mount Lanariu. Make your way there any way that you can, and once you arrive, Robbie will want you to upgrade your base sensor on the pad. To do this, you will have to locate a shrine in the area, and the shrine is located in a cave which is below the hill which the lab is on. Just follow the signal that the sensor pad puts out and you should be able to find it without any problem. Once this is complete, go back to the lab and Robbie will then unlock the next feature for us to use and say that there are still more upgrades to make on the pad. This time you're able to select which one you want to go for. This is where you will get the quest for the Sensor Plus, the Hero's Path mode, and the 3 travel medallions. For the Sensor Plus quest, it will require that you take a picture of 5 different monsters. You can use the camera to do this, and when taking a picture it will highlight the name of the monster and add it to your compendium for you, which is good if you want to track them later on anyway. The Hero's Path mode is super easy to do, and you will probably have already completed the requirements, which is simply to have visited 15 different shrines. If you have already done this, then the quest will just auto-complete for you. If you haven't, then it's time to put your puzzle-solving hat on and go searching for those shrines, which won't be too difficult considering that you have the sensor now. The travel medallions, which are perhaps the best thing to get, is a slightly longer quest, as it requires you to basically visit the opposite side of the map. This is where another of Robbie's labs will be to get a prototype of the travel medallion. Don't worry, the location will be marked on your map if you have the quest tracked, and Robbie will place a fast travel point outside of his lab to make it much easier to return here. On the way there, if you haven't already, take those pictures of 5 different enemies and then you can get everything handed in. But do note, when you arrive at the lab, you will be ambushed by some of the Yiga clan. Put them in their place with a little 1-2 combo and enter the lab. In a chest on the right, there will be the thing that we've been sent to retrieve, which is the prototype, but before we leave, talk to the NPC in the lab so you can get a free piece of Yiga clan armor that is part of another quest, not related to this one, but it's good to have it. From here, fast travel back to Robbie's lab in Hateno village. If you've completed the pictures and now have the prototype, you should be able to receive both of the Sensor Plus and a single travel medallion. If you want to unlock more of these travel medallions, you will need to visit all of the Skyview Towers. I had a bunch of fun doing this and exploring, so I would highly recommend doing it, and it's probably the easiest way to unlock these Zonai devices as well. And we all know how OP the Zonai builds can get, so it's is definitely worth your time. One thing to note about the travel medallions in order to put them down is that you have to navigate to your key items section in your inventory and then place it. If you want to remove it, just go there on the map and select remove as the option instead of travel. And now your pad is fully pimped out so you can improve your playthrough. You've got access to a better sensor, tracking on your map, and even your own fast travel points. So hit that like button if we helped you out. Check out the other Zelda guides we have on the channel, and the 2 videos on screen now we think you'll really enjoy if you did enjoy this one. You don't have to watch them if you don't want to, but if you did like this video, you're probably going to like these ones too. And then tell us what you think after watching in the comments down below.